alaikum and a very good morning to you all. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today and you're ready to start your day with me, Maha Mukhtoom, and the wonderful Shahzad Khan. Assalamu alaikum, Shahzad. How are you?
Wa alaikum assalam. I'm good. What about you, Maha? How are you?
I'm good today. I'm excited because we've been having really interesting shows and we've been highlighting the youth. So I'm good, and the weather is getting hotter, which is kind of nice because you're able to explore and do things.
Well, I don't really know whether you're able to explore in this weather or not.
I have.
So people, the only thing you probably need to do is keep yourself hydrated.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
that's very
it
important.
is very hot outside, and it gets very hot during the daytime,
And
especially in Lahore, Islamabad, especially in places where there are no fields as well.
Yeah, but
that's where it gets more hot.
Another thing is there's a real heat wave as well. And, we just realized. But anyway, so I'm going to keep talking, shall I?
yeah.
Okay, so wonderful. So I think that we are going to start with the headlines. And so with that, I will start with the headlines. So the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has congratulated the Turkish Prime Minister Recep Erdogan on his successful referendum in Turkey. So that happened and took place, and it's all over the news. And we recently had some Turkish members of parliament in our studio discussing about the situation there.
Exactly, that's what it is.
There seems to be a lot of things.
I think people can hear me loud and clear now. Is everything fine? So ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens usually. You do miss out things as well when you do not have an audio engineer around. So this is what happened to me while I was talking. I didn't even have a mic. So, okay, that was a blooper, but it's perfectly all right. You can smile about it because it's time to rise and shine. Moving on.
Yeah, we've already done all of that. Shahzad, keep catch up. So now let's do the second one.
Yeah, that's where I'm heading now. So you're a lifesaver, Maha. Thank you very much for that, too. Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif says Pakistan is looking forward to forge strong and mutually beneficial partnership with United States to promote peace and security in region and beyond. Wow.
That's good. At least people are talking about peace and security. That's
exactly.
Good.
And I think there's going to be something beneficial out of these relationships as well, because of the fact that if you want to develop in today's world, I think that's what you need to do. You need to have strong coalitions.
And I also feel like it's very important to be on a very equal footing nowadays, especially because everyone has their own agenda. So it's very important to be heard, especially as a nation, so that, everything's respected.
Yeah, what do you have now?
Okay, so now the 3-day anti-polio campaign is underway across the country. The children under the age of 5 years old will be administered with anti-polio drops during the drive. So that is wonderful. We are one of the last nations to be carrying this, so this needs to happen.
Exactly, and other than that, I think I would request all the parents and everybody who's at home, for example, when the polio team members come to your place, please make sure that your kids are there, and please make sure that you cooperate with them, offer them a glass of water, and make sure that your son, daughter, whoever, whatever kids or the number of kids is at your home, please make sure they get the drops.
And it's your duty as a human being and as a citizen to look after people around you.
Exactly.
Okay, and finally, sports news, and I feel like Shahzad wants to do this, but I'm going to do it.
All right, you do it.
So the federal areas have beat Khyber Pakhtunkhwa by 25 runs in the second match of the Pakistan Cup cricket tournament at Pindi Stadium. So that is great, and it's so great that, the stadiums are full of sports and people and
exactly, that's what
activities.
it is, and there's one more thing. For all those people who keep on complaining that there's no cricket over here in Pakistan, I think for a moment, what you can do is you can probably go and support domestic cricket, because this is where you get your superstars from as well. So it's in Pindi. Just go over there, get your ticket, and be there and watch and enjoy cricket. That's what it is.
And there's no cricket maybe on that level, but there are kids in every field. I mean, I've been traveling around on the weekends lately, and people are always playing cricket. It's great.
That's what it is, and it's summers initially, So what happens is that everybody gets out, during the daytime, they're going to play and whatnot. So plus make sure that you guys are hydrated, because it's very hard. Don't forget to put on sunblock as well. I mean, people think that, only burger kids do that, but that's not how it is. It is very essential, if you ask a dermatologist, that, you have to really put on sunblock, and it is actually going to save you from other skin diseases.
Exactly, and it can also cause skin cancer, and even our skin is at risk of that. And I did do research; it is true.
And it's the largest organ of your body.
Exactly.
Come on, look after it.
Okay, so look after it. So Shahzad, are we moving forward to the public service?
Yeah, I think you need to share something, right?
Yes, absolutely. So today we're going to be the public service message. It's about fuel consumption. Because it's very hot, people are using their air conditioners, and you might be leaving your your car on while you run to the shop because it gets hot. But don't do that. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for your consumption, and Shazad knows about more fuel about
Yeah,
fuel
but
than
I
do.
think I'm guilty of it too, because
Me too, I'm really guilty of it.
The moment when you know that it's going to be very hot outside and you have to go to the shop and it's just going to take a minute, you make sure that your car is turned on, you just run to the shop, get your stuff and come back too. But okay, since Maha said so, I'm going to try to change myself as well.
Me too.
But other than that, the only thing which gets me worried is, what if I'm in the shop and somebody takes my car away?
Okay, well, I never leave it unattended. Like, that's just silly. And
That's what it is.
That is way too much trust and hope in the people around you.
No, but
I have none.
there's one more better way to do that, and that is, for example, if you have got that external remote for the car. So what you can do is that you can probably take that remote away, lock it when you get out of the car. But please, over here, the public service message is turn it off, go to the shop, come back, save it.
Yeah,
don't consume too
no
much.
easy routes and no cheating. So
Exactly, and since when we talk about cars, cars these days, they consume quite a lot of petrol.
They do, especially if it's my car and it's falling apart, and I feel like we need to, after the show, I'm going to ask these people to look at it.
Oh, no, but other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we are talking today. We have young and vibrant kids over here. Well, they're not kids anymore because they will be graduating in next 3 weeks. I think that's what it is. We do have a junior member of the team, but this team went on to Singapore, and they participated in an Eco Marathon, which is actually being held by one of the very international lubricant brand. I think that's what we can say, or probably, do you have any other way? I think it's a lubricant brand as well. Then it's a fuel brand as well. It's a gas brand as well. And then they, in fact, they did not have to perform. They made a car, and which was eco-friendly as well. That's what the motive was.
I'd like just to add that, when they went to Singapore, they competed against 123 different universities from all across the world. There were like plus 22,000 people there or something.
Yes, exactly.
And they did so well, and I don't want to give away how well they did.
No, don't give it away now, because what happened was that people, in fact, universities and students were going to Singapore, in fact, wherever it was being held every year. But this is for the very first, in fact, second time that they have scored the 6th position out of 123 contestants. I think that's how we need to order the teams, and right in front of 22,000 people. They were there for the flag hosting ceremony as well. They were the ones representing Pakistan, and in 1 watt of electricity, their car was actually driven 311.2 kilometers.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to introduce to you the team
We're going to show a video first.
All right, but we've got to have video first. Let's take a look at their car, and it's a 3-wheeler. Wow.
Hello, my name is Farid Majid.
My name is Faiza Khalid. I'm Sana Khalid.
My name is Umair Hussain.
Hi, this is Walid Hafiz.
Hi, this is Iban Ali.
My name is Samin Mudassir.
Eco Marathon is a competition that challenges students to build, drive and test their ultra-efficient vehicle. This competition is not about speed, it's about how efficient the car is.
Team Hammerhead has been representing Ghulam Isaka Institute in the annual Shell Eco Marathon ASIA competition since the last 6 years and has been consistently outperforming the rest and exceeding expectations.
The chassis is the skeleton of the arc. So this year we have completely redefined and fabricated the chassis after a lot of simulation and experiments to get the most strongest and lightest chassis possible.
Besides designing a car which provides a solution to the future problems of the environment, we believe that the journey towards a safer and cleaner environment starts at home. Therefore, we conduct seminars and tree plantations across the country to spread awareness and to encourage the youth to have a positive attitude so that they can start working towards a cleaner and safer Pakistan.
The controller circuit is the heart of a vehicle, and this time through many tests and trials, we have come up with a very robust and resilient design. And we have made sure that the arc is much more efficient than ever before.
Being a student-run team, we need the financial resources to keep our operations up and running, and it would not have been possible without the unconditional support of our university and our sponsors. And it is because of them that we are where we are today.
Being a part of this team has allowed me to work in the domains of marketing and sponsorship. Not only this, it has also allowed me to polish off my technical skills by working in the mechanical department.
Well, it feels so privileged to be a part of the daring and dazzling Hammerhead fun.
I have worked in the domains of technical and promotions. Everyone who has tried their best to make everything possible so far. We have high expectations from this event at Singapore this year.
I hope and pray our hard work pays off and we make our country proud in Singapore.
I believe teams like ours are an opportunity for the ambitious girls to showcase their talent and prove their worth. We're definitely going to make Pakistan.
So that was a little video introduction into Team Hammerhead, and we have got some of the members in the studio today, but actually the team comprised of more than 20 people, but we've been very lucky to be joined by some main members.
All right,
So
so ladies
Shazad is
and
going to do
gentlemen,
the
time now for the captain to be, announced. The name of the captain, let's just introduce the entire team. The name of the team is Hammerhead. They've made us proud. Please make sure, whether you're right in front of your television screens, please do give them a big round of applause. Even if we cannot hear that, it's all right. But eventually, we'll get to know.
Okay.
That's how you feel. So on my right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, the captain of the team, none other than Fareh Majid. Hello, Fareh. How are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you for
I thought
joining
that
us.
I was full of energy, but
Yeah, you
that's
are,
not
really. I
how
got scared.
That's not how he reciprocated, but it's perfectly all right. Alongside Fareh, we have got Zaiban Ali, who's the team manager himself. Hello, Zaiban. How are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Quite
I'm
a
fine.
unique name, though. All right, tall, dark, and handsome. Good gentleman. All right, ladies and gentlemen, alongside them, we've got somebody. Well, these guys didn't do justice with her because of the fact that, she was involved in the mechanical aspect of the car and the building and everything as well.
What's wrong with that?
And, her smile says it all. So, ladies and gentlemen, alongside Zaiban, we have got Faiza Khalid, who's the marketing manager. Hello, Faiza. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Absolutely perfect. So, the next time your car breaks up at home, you're the one fixing it up, right?
To fix your car too if you
Yeah, please do fix his car.
Thank you very much for being over here. And last but not the least, the junior member. Well, the title's not so cool, but the guy himself is very cool, is none other than Abdul Alim. Hello, Abdul, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, I'm fine. How are you?
Walaikum assalam,
Thank you
absolutely
so much for
perfect.
joining us today.
It's very amazing to see such lovely and smiling and chirpy faces early in the morning. And
It's
for all
very
those,
rare thing in the morning.
And for all those other 16 people who cannot make it to the studio, congratulations to you two. You guys did a great job. What are their names? Come on, let us just take their names.
Well, in the senior members, we have Walid Hafiz, who is the mechanical engineering department head. Then we have Saifur Rahman, who is the head of the electrical department head. We have Nafil Hassan. We have Hamza Bilal Qazi. Then with the junior members, we have Hashim Rizwan, Sarmad Afzal, Munawwar Moiz, Suhaib Jabran. Then we have Sana Khalid. We have Ashab Iqbal, who is also a driver.
Wow.
We have Musab Afzal. Then we have Samino Daste.
Wonderful. It's a really nice mix of a team.
Yeah.
And I will be questioning what this whole why was it unfair that you were in the mechanical aspect of it all. But let's start with Farid. Tell us a little bit about what is all of this for all our viewers.
All right. Well, first of all, I'll just start with the Eco Marathon. Well, actually, the competition basically targets that you have to make an ultra-efficient vehicle, which consumes less fuel and can travel the most.
Okay.
So, as you said earlier, Shazad, that a vehicle can travel to up to 311.2 kilometers in just 1 unit of electricity. That means like relatively cheap.
I mean, you plugged your phone and you took it out. It's still working.
And what speeds? What speeds?
Well, basically our target is not speed. It's more towards the mileage. But our car can go up to 40 to 50 kilometers per kilo.
That's
60 kilometers per hour.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I mean, if we do have pictures of the car as well, I think we should share them.
Definitely be sharing them.
Let's get into the details as well. Which faculties were you guys representing, and then how did you come up with this team, or probably such an elaborated team?
Well, the fact is that Team Hammerhead has been representing JIK and Pakistan in this competition since the last 7 years.
All right.
So we are not new to this. So basically the team structure is defined by different faculties. We have inter-faculty team. And we also, the team comprises of senior members as well as junior members. As you can see, we have Alim over there. So we have members from 4th year, 3rd year, 2nd year, and 1st year as well.
Excellent.
And obviously, we have support from our faculty as well. We have faculty advisors from both electrical and mechanical departments. Basically, these two departments are involved in a vehicle since we have our car is electric based, which is also the.
There's no engine in it.
No,
right?
we don't have an engine.
Oh, what a wonderful thing that is.
Okay, excellent.
I mean, somebody told me that Tesla does not have an engine in it. And I was like, are you kidding me? And then they sent me pictures of their car, and there was no engine in it. And I was like, wow, that's surprising. But other than that, so how did you guys, I think I love this chain process where, there are senior members, and then there are junior members, and then there are the junior most members as well from the first or the second semester. So you guys get into the drill as well.
Exactly, that's how you groom other students.
Exactly, that's what it is. So when you were a junior member,
yeah,
there might have been a time when you were a junior member.
That was last year.
How was it for you? When did you volunteer? Or you always wanted to be part of it, or the faculty members picked and chose?
Well, the fact was that in JIK, there are a lot of teams that go out for these competitions and they do perform really well. So in our first year, second year and third year, we're usually inspired by these seniors who go out there and make Pakistan and JIK proud. So same was the story with me. I was quite inspired by my seniors who participated in Shell Eco Marathon back in 2014, I guess. Yeah, and they also got 6th position.
Wow.
Okay, excellent.
So after that, I decided to volunteer for this team and probably take that
And you
to
guys did
somewhere
it.
ahead.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so Zeban, tell us how you got involved. Like, were you involved from the senior years, from the previous years as well?
No, I was not involved from junior year. I just gave interview in final year.
Okay.
So I was interested in technology, technical innovating. So I was doing technical works and I was the team manager. This responsibility was given to me by the faculty, but I was mainly gone to this team for technical purpose.
Okay, so tell us, so now in regards, because as Farid just told us that, you know, they do it from previous years so that people are groomed. But because you weren't groomed, how did you find it joining in the final year?
I think this was a great challenge for me to be a part of this team, and it gave me many hurdles, many challenges, and I came over with a great success.
Okay, well, you did. You guys did really well overall. Okay, so Faiza, now tell us, how did you get involved?
Okay,
and Weston, how long have you been involved?
Okay, I've just joined. I wasn't a junior member when I joined, so I joined last year when I was
so
in my
only you've shown the
year.
commitment since the beginning. They just jumped on
that's
the bandwagon.
That's why he gets to be the captain as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good. Yes. Sorry.
So what happened was that there aren't many opportunities where you get to utilize your technical knowledge, and you have societies where you conduct events and everything, but that only helps you to develop your soft skills. But Team Hammerhead has been something which has helped me develop my soft skills as well as my technical skills, because I've been in the mechanical department as well, but I've been looking after marketing and sponsorship, which has helped me, dive into something which isn't our domain, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Engineers really do not go near marketing.
Well, that's a whole myth around them that you guys don't know how to communicate properly. You're doing great.
And I think
that's just a myth, trust me.
Yeah, that is.
Yes, and because we've involved other junior members and we've helped them groom, so that whatever we've done in the past year, we can actually help them to achieve greater success in the future. Excellent. Because what we believe in is that not only do we perform well, but we make sure that the years ahead they can carry out whatever we've been able to achieve.
That's a really wonderful approach to it. Wonderful. Great.
Yeah, junior member. How are you? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, he's the guy basically. When nobody from the team wants to work, what they do is they probably call a junior member and tell him to log the whatever station they have.
And we just had the team captain agree with this. So sorry, dude.
Yeah. So first of all, which semester are you in right now?
I'm in 6th semester, 3rd year.
You're in the 6th semester, so you've got 2 more semesters left, and probably you'll be traveling to Singapore or wherever the marathon is next year, inshallah. That's why he's smiling so much. Thank God that you're a part of the Team Hammerhead as well. How was it for you?
Okay, actually, I came into this team because I've always had a thing for cars, and other than this
Where's
regular.
That thing?
Here, right here.
Did you brought it?
Yeah. No, it's not here. You saw the pictures.
Right.
Okay. So basically, this thing, other than regular engineering, the team gives some diverse experience. Other than the regular engineering, going through all these regular courses, and it's some diverse experience.
Okay.
So I went for it, and first of all, I volunteered for this program, for this project, and then I became a member. At the moment, I'm working in the technical team in electrical department, and at the same time, I'm working with Paiza in the promotions team.
Okay, so you're doing a lot. So you're like literally
He's a junior member, man. I mean, he's just like a small brother at home, man. The younger brother at home.
Well,
That's it. So all you gotta do is probably call your younger brother and tell him, oh, can you get me a glass of water? Probably can you lock the door? Whatnot, house doors. That's it. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a very important. I think that in fact we think, and that's why we are sharing this success story over here. What I think right now is that universities coming up with such projects and students volunteering for such projects give you hands-on applied knowledge and skill base as well. And we do talk about vocational trainings and whatnot, but other than that, this is practical learning. This is what you learn at hand, and I think quite a lot of other universities probably need to step up in the game as well. But now over here, the only point I'm going to make, okay, I'm very happy. In fact, we are very happy. You guys scored 6th position, but in 2014, when you were the member of the Team Hammerhead then as well as a junior
Were
member.
you?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He
Oh,
wasn't in
you
the
weren't?
university.
Yeah. No,
Wait,
I
was
wasn't
in
in university,
first
but I
year.
was in
How-
first year.
Okay,
First
you
year,
were in the
that's-
first year, so
Sorry,
you
I
weren't a
thought we
member
were
then.
way,
Yeah.
Okay, but
4
in
years, not
2014, Team Hammerhead scored 6th position, right? What grade did you guys do? You still scored 6th position.
Yeah, but we actually have more mileage than that time.
Okay, what was the mileage then?
Then it was 206.5, I guess.
Increased it by 50%.
Yeah, we have nearly increased that by 50%.
And also, and that's a healthy competition from the previous. It's not like, you know, you're trying to outdo. You're just trying to
Exactly,
improve your
improve upon
previous.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now, so you guys got involved. Now, one thing before we move on to the actual competition and, you know, everything that's involved, the interviews that everyone's talking about that they took part in, what are the requirements for all the other students who, from different universities who may be interested? What are the requirements? What kind of knowledge do you need? What kind of university do you have to have?
Right. Well, first of all, this project is not just about the technical stuff.
Okay.
You
Tell us.
You have to know how to approach the corporate sponsors because the project itself is not, you know, you cannot financially afford it yourself, and no university is gonna budget you 100%. So either you have to be a very rich guy, or otherwise you have to back up some corporate sponsors to actually fund you guys.
Okay.
So
before we ask you who you got to fund you, Faiza, you're the marketing manager.
Yes.
Exactly.
How did you approach this challenge?
Okay, so what we wanted to market and what we
What was
pitched
your
to do-
target budget? Like, what did you need?
Okay, so our target budget was around 1.8 million
Oh,
rupees
wow.
because we were actually hoping to bring modifications to the car, and which actually required a lot of funds because we wanted to have because we have to send the car to Singapore and back to Karachi or
That cost
GIK.
350,000.
Exactly. Roundabout, yeah. And if it has to, and if it gets delayed by any mishappenings or anything, so what happens is that it increases because then you have to send it by air.
Okay.
So you have to keep those things in mind as well because you have to have backup plans and you have to keep a margin when you're budgeting, right?
Yeah.
So what we were, that was the budget for the year. And then what we planned to do was, what our marketing strategy was, that we wanted to ensure the sponsors that due to the previous achievements that we've had, we're planning to do more this year. And how we plan to do it is by bringing these modifications.
Okay.
And you know what I'm going to
But
do
you
is
never-
that I'm
wait,
going
one
to...
second.
Yeah. You want to say something?
Yeah, you never promised them a certain, you know, like...
Yeah, no, we did.
You
What
did?
we did was, in return, we were going to market them as well. What we were going to do was, we were going to use their logos and their, all our promotional materials. We were going to have their logo on all our merchandises on our car. And whenever we had a road show, because we deal with the public and with the masses in our communication campaign. So we reach out to a lot of people, to thousands of people when we carry out our communication campaign. So that is where we market our sponsors.
Okay, now the thing is, when you went to the potential sponsors, what
yes.
were the reactions?
Okay, so what they want is, they always ask for a unique marketing strategy for
USP,
themselves.
of
Unique selling point.
Yes, so what
Even I remember that from business studies.
So what we used to do was, we used to sit one night before and we used to brainstorm. And I'll just give an example that for one company, what we did was, it was a cellular company, and what we did was, because they had a new product launching, so what we wanted to do was, what we proposed was that in GIK we would help them facilitate the launching of that product.
Okay.
So that was because we have around 2,000 to 2,500 people at GIK, so that was something which could really help them.
Okay, now tell me, as an engineering student, how easy was this task? And did you all work as a team on this?
I'm just waiting for my chance, ladies
Yeah,
and
sorry,
gentlemen.
I want to just wrap up this segment like, with the marketing thing.
That's cool.
But did you work, like, how was it working and, going into another field?
Yeah. Okay, so we've been part of different societies as well, and I've had experience in sponsorship and marketing there as well.
Okay.
So I had a little bit of background, but obviously being in a team, it's very different because you're not sponsoring, you're not marketing an event, but you're actually marketing the team and the work that we're doing. So because what they say is, the main challenge that comes is that they say, because we target the local market, why should we sponsor a team which is going abroad and where we don't have anything to do with the market there?
Yeah, because you guys don't drive that car over here, right?
Exactly, yes. And with local brands, it's very difficult because we have to convince them that locally this is how we'll market you. And that is the challenge that we faced a lot.
Okay,
And other than these challenges, I think they made it successfully, and there are previous achievements. I think we need to share them as well. So Team Hammerhead won Best Design Award at Off-Track event in 2015. Then Team Hammerhead from Jiki won an honorary mention in the Communication and Marketing Awards category. Then in 2014, we have mentioned that you know they scored 6th position with 205.7 kilometers per kilowatt. I think that's what it is. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I think what we need to do now is, for example, you know, for all those team members who were there previously, so you know they made a car as well, and every time it has to be a unique design. It has to be, you know, something very innovative. So what did you guys do different this time that it went on to 311.2 kilometers?
Well, first of all, the major modifications that we made this year were in both the electrical, because basically the team is divided, we divided the team into three major sub-teams. The first was the electrical team, the second was the mechanical team, and these two were the technical departments, and third was the marketing team, which was under FISA, obviously. So in the mechanical department, we remade our chassis, which was previously made on aluminum, but it was being used in the last 2 years, so the material was a bit flimsy, you could say. A bit flimsy and a bit, you know, it was stretched out. So we decided to make a new chassis. So this year, after a lot of simulations and design strategies, we came up with a new design and a new material for the chassis, and we fabricated that. So, and that was a bit lightweight as compared to the old chassis.
Which material was it?
Well, the last chassis was on aluminum, but this year we converted onto mild steel. Now, normal engineers might think that aluminum is comparatively lighter than mild steel, but the fact is that a small amount of mild steel can sustain more stress than aluminum. So therefore, we reduce the diameter of the pipes of mild steel, but we still had less weight and more strength.
So everything was made by hand?
Yeah.
You guys did it yourself?
Exactly.
Because when I used to see my, you know, engineering students, all they used to do was probably travel to Pindi and tell somebody to make some capacitors or whatnot. So was it a copy paste or you guys did it yourself?
Well, we did it ourselves, but obviously you have to take help of technicians as well, because you cannot always do
your students
things
at the end
perfectly.
of the day.
Exactly, that's my point. Because the technicians can do the work much better than you can.
Of course.
As engineers, our task or our objective is to design.
Yeah, you're supposed to have all the theory in
Exactly,
place,
exactly.
and then obviously when you're professionals, you're going to make this amazing car.
Exactly.
Now, okay, let's move on to Zeban. Then we'll go for a short break. Now, tell us, being a team captain, because I want to move on into you guys being at the competition now, but we'll do that after the break. But being the team captain, manager, sorry, going to these places, trying to explain to the actual technicians, how were their reactions when you asked for help? Were they forthcoming or not?
So they're like, are you guys crazy? What are you guys
Yes, please don't waste our time.
No, it was a great experience there. Many people were coming by looking our car. They were taking pictures, and they were saying that we made a circuit from scratch. So they were looking, many teams were just bought it from market, but we made it from scratch.
Okay, wonderful.
So many technicians and technical inspection teams were coming and taking pictures and appreciating us, how you have done this. We have a great, you know, a big circuit.
Okay.
And it was looking
really good?
Yeah, looking great, and obviously it was working was good. And by seeing this in Singapore, many
judges or viewers?
No, yes, judges, but many participants took, we have helped a lot to the participants.
Okay, so
but I was saying that we got interviews on international media by explaining what we have done new in this.
That's great. And you know what we're going to do is probably, ladies and gentlemen, what you can do is log on to our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of World This Morning. And if you have anything brilliant to, you know, say, or probably if you want to ask something from these young kids, you know, who are the future of Pakistan. In fact, they're doing it for Pakistan as well. I think we're going to ask them. But right now, we need to go for a short break. And when you guys are going to come back, I think we'll probably ask them about their experience of being in Singapore and then being on the track and then what goes around, what happens, you know, what is the hassle about. So let's go.
And let's share some images and visuals as well on the way back as well.
That's what it is.
welcome
All right,
back.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And we were already, we were figuring it out whether who's going to speak, but we already did today, together. That's fine. So for everybody who just got tuned into PTO,
That
you
was
watching
too
well
funny
this
for me.
morning, alongside Shazad and Ma. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a bunch of students over from GK, and they'll be graduating in the next 3 weeks' time. We do have a junior
Inshallah,
member,
right? You're definitely
but
graduating,
these kids
yeah? Okay.
have actually made the entire Pakistan proud because of the fact that the car they built, which was an electric car, and they drove it for 311 kilometers in 1 kilowatt of energy. I mean, that's hard to understand though, but they did it. They scored 6th position out of 123 countries. And wow.
And it's not hard to understand if you've been watching our show. So if you are finding it difficult and you've just tuned in, do watch the repeat later.
And we're logged on to our Facebook fan page as well. So if you want to ask them anything,
Any questions, you can.
Go ahead,
it's a great opportunity.
Just write to us.
Because these guys know what they're talking about. So anyway, so now let's move on. We talked about the whole competition, your experiences in creating the, improving your device and your whole, idea. Now, going to Singapore, first of all, how did you choose? Because only 8 out of 20 of you guys went. How did you choose who went? And also, the people that were there, what were your, what did you guys do there?
All right. Well, basically, the fact is that in the Eco Marathon, you're only allowed 8 members from your team.
Right.
So because that's the cap that is being put on us from the organizing committee. So we preferred only those people who are technically sound and those people who can actually help us out there in Singapore to go. Those people who had more experience. Mostly the senior members were taken to the competition. And obviously we took one driver, and well, the irony is the driver has to be very lightweight.
Yep.
Because
Let's just get an image of the full car if we can, so that people can see clearly.
Yeah.
So that's the
well,
car.
that's a paddock. That's a paddock, and that's a car which is open. It's
to
open.
Okay.
This is the car closed.
Oh my God! No, that's even worse.
Looks like a cockpit though.
It looks like a
It's,
coffin.
you need to lie down.
You really have to lie down?
Yeah.
So how do you see that?
It's a shuttle one.
Like, it's just a bit, and then you see just ahead of you.
That's a great car, man. That you can probably lie down.
It's like those sledding thingies.
Yeah.
Bobsled.
Yeah,
That's
Okay,
the
so
one.
what happens on the race day? So
Okay.
what happens? How does
Faiza,
the
tell
race
us.
takes place?
Okay, so before we go, before we hit the tracks, we have to clear the safety and technical inspection. So your car has to have a few dimensions and a few technically.
Okay, we clear that.
Okay, we've cleared that.
Now it's the race day. What happens? What are the rules?
Okay, so what are the rules are that you have to take 10 laps in a time span of 30 minutes. But because it was very hot there,
10 laps in 30 minutes.
and
Okay.
each lap is for around 1.2 kilometers.
1.2
Well,
kilometers.
that's a driver over there in the center.
Oh,
you can
okay.
see with the physique of him.
Yeah.
How
he can fit
what
into
was the
the-
criteria of choosing a driver?
I might offer my services for the next team. I'm really tiny.
Yeah, we can definitely use you.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so then tell
Okay, so because it was really hot and the weather was really humid, what they did was they reduced the laps to 9 in a time span of 25 minutes. So what the driver has to do is that he has to take laps and he has to keep the speed as such that he utilizes the maximum time, because that is when you achieve the maximum efficiency.
All right, so he does not have to rev too much.
Too much, he does not have to speed up the car a lot.
So you don't finish, you don't have to complete the whole thing
Yes,
early.
but what happens is that if you are 1 millisecond late, then 25 minutes, that run does not count, and you get 5 laps, 5 runs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and did anything like that happen to you guys?
Well,
Yeah.
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 It was actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
did you,
exactly.
yeah? Okay, you want to tell it? Go ahead, you tell.
Well, apart from the fact that if you cross 25 minutes, if you take a wrong turn,
Yes,
or
and
if you overtake without sounding the horn,
honking or
yeah,
you
you
cannot-
get disqualified immediately.
Okay, so I wonder if we have a map of the.
No, but other than that, what happens is, for example, when it's the race day, you guys are obviously backstage or wherever, they do give you a place to sit and monitor, right? So
Yeah.
was there something which was very crazy and worth sharing as well? Something went wrong and
Well,
then you guys were
We'll
paranoid?
go from 5 and then 5.
Yeah.
Okay, one incident I remember when only 2 people are allowed from the team on track. Like they
Okay.
can come on track and they can,
It's like boxing ring.
you can you can do that. You can show the driver how many laps he has done. You can communicate with him, ask with him like, okay, you're going good, you're in time, just speed up, speed
Are you
down.
feeling hydrated?
Yeah, are you feeling hydrated? Are you still awake?
Yeah.
Or you passed out? Okay, so I guess we just had 2 laps left, and we were running way short of time, and we had to just complete it, and I guess just a couple of minutes were left, and we had two left. So we were just telling him, just speed up, man, speed up. You're way behind the time.
Yeah.
And he was just not speeding up. And he
Oh,
was
gosh.
just speeding up, and he was saying, I'm just trying my best. I'm just trying to do everything I can.
Aw.
And he was just like, just complete it, finish it, finish it. And he was just, I guess, 2 seconds left before he completed the track.
Wow,
and
that's
that
amazing.
that really pulled our breaths away.
Yeah, that's I'm sure. I mean, I feel the anxiety you telling me that story. Okay, so that's wonderful. Now, just moving
But
on.
Ma, imagine, I'm sorry, imagine you're driving a car where there's no entertainment, modes of entertainment in a car. I
think the task at hand
I
is
don't think that you can even roll down the window
No,
because of the
extremely.
aerodynamics as well.
You cannot even move.
This
Yeah,
sounds,
that's it.
this doesn't sound like a fun.
I'll probably just put the picture of my mother over here and I'll be
Aw,
like,
that's
please.
so cute.
And
remember
there's
when you
direct
first-
sunshine from above.
Yeah.
Oh no, but how are you going to watch where you're driving, Shazad? You'll crash.
No, okay, you know, that's why it's going to be on the
Oh, wait,
rooftop.
oh,
So
wait,
because
how
you're
did it
lying down
look?
and you're driving.
Okay, you sit and then you have the windshield is there, so it's transparent. So you have
Oh,
180
so you're
degree
not
view.
actually laying down.
No, you're just like this,
Okay,
and then you
you're
can
like-
have a 180 degree view.
Okay, wonderful. Now, okay, so let's quickly move on because we're going to run out of time before I ask all my questions.
Yeah.
Now, you've already mentioned about how people's reactions when they were really impressed that you made, they did all the board yourself and it was really pretty and people interviewed you. So that sounds like it was a pretty positive reaction from the international community.
Exactly.
Were there any, like, what kind of people, what were the questions people asked you? How did they treat you? Tell me.
Well, from my experience of Singapore, the people over there are really great. Not just Singapore, people from all over the world. We were expecting like people won't be able helping us much,
Yeah,
and
okay.
they will be more into the competition thing. But people were actually good. At one point, I guess we just broke our brake wire, so we were like we cannot do anything right now. But we just went over and asked for help, and an Indian team helped us out. They gave us their brake. So the environment over there was very good.
Okay.
People are very friendly, and people actually, were very appreciative of Pakistan.
Excellent.
Like they actually were really, I guess they really appreciated the efforts we were doing.
Okay, and the okay. So Faiza, tell me, when you guys were being interviewed by all these international media outlets and stuff, it must have felt great.
Yeah,
but what kind of
Look at
questions?
him, man. He just starts smiling.
I know, I love it. He's so
Just
happy.
like
It's great.
Yeah, I mean, you ask a question from somebody else, he's like,
We will ask
Yeah,
a question before the show finishes. But what kind of questions did the people, the reporters and the journalists ask you there?
Okay, so they were actually asking us about the journey we had so far and how we were able to get to Singapore.
Because they didn't, they were surprised
Yes,
or impressed?
because we were able to achieve a lot, and we were one of the few teams that were able to clear the technical inspection on the first 2 days.
Oh, wow.
And it is something really great because a lot of teams have troubleshooting and they modify the car again and again so that they can clear it. So it was something we came into the limelight there and then.
Okay.
And because of our circuit and all the technical inspection we went through, they were able to see that we achieved everything on our own and we didn't have any other help from
amazing. So I'll just very quickly move on to Abdul now. Now you can smile. So, okay, Abdul, since you guys won in the prototype category, I think that's what your category was. So what do you think is the future of such project? Because you were a junior member now, and it's all going to be on your shoulders. You've experienced it
All the
firsthand
pressure's
yourself.
on you.
So how do you see the future of such a project and the future of such an industry over here in Pakistan where everybody's talking about hybrid cars now, but eventually it's all going to be electric anyways? Well, if we're not short of electricity.
So basically, the stage by stage we are improving. We are improving our technicalities, and we're targeting. We are planning to target higher positions like first, second, or third. So. Looking at the industries in Pakistan and looking at the companies, and they're bringing in hybrid cars and electric cars. So I think the future is very good, and we are at the moment we are just providing a solution, a solution which can be improvised and which can be implemented in the near future. So I think inshallah soon in Pakistan it will be implemented and it will be
excellent. I look forward to that. I actually saw an electric car the other day and it was just made no sound. I was so impressed. Okay, now for you guys, you're graduating in 3 weeks. You've all passed your exams and everything. All your parents are proud. But what is the future now? Like after being part of this competition, getting this exposure, what kind of futures are you guys looking for now?
Well, obviously, We are most of us are going to pursue further education as well, and others are going to look for jobs in Pakistan.
And has it made life easier, do you think, to get a job, being part of this competition?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. And wonderful. Brilliant. No, precise, to the point. We have really short of time. And Faiza, what about you? What are your future plans? I mean, people are going to be making comments like, girls being in the
Oh yeah,
technical
you need to
side.
get married now. You're done with your
And,
dating.
and also the fact that people are going to be surprised, like, oh, you did the technical thing, a girl.
Yeah, I think I get that a lot.
Yeah.
But
isn't it annoying?
Kind of, yes. But it's something that comes with the job, and being the ratio is really absurd in engineering universities, and then
I
being
think
the
that's a
only
universal problem.
yeah, I think yeah.
Yes.
So I think when we go to interviews for different companies, I think the experience we've had and the way we talk about it, it actually explains a lot that we've experienced there and how it has helped us to become much better engineers.
It's evidence that
and
you
people.
guys can do
Yes.
it.
And just because he knows that he's going to talk, because he's going to be next, he started smiling again. All right, so what about you? What about you? What do you want to do with your life?
I don't know, not yet.
He's like, I've got time.
Yeah.
You've got time, don't worry.
Yeah.
But best of luck when you get involved next year. I hope you qualify. I think you have to pass a test, right?
And thank you
Or
very
some
much, guys,
interview.
for making us proud as well.
Yeah,
it was
we're really
fantastic
good.
to have you, and we are always here to extend our support as well.
Yeah.
For all those
Keep
people
in
who
touch,
are
let us
working
know.
hard, and keep on doing, keep on making us proud as well. Your parents and everybody who's out there. For all those parents, these young kids have actually done a great job. So
Yes.
please make sure that you do give them whatever they're asking for these
Exactly,
days.
and we're really short of time, but
Yeah.
we have got our fruit of the day. And
Vegetable of the day.
A vegetable of the day, and it is, in English, it's called ladyfingers, and
And in Urdu, it's known as bhindi.
Okay.
All right, ladies and
That's very
gentlemen,
nice.
the health benefits of bhindi are.
It's help if you have diabetes, it helps control that, and it helps if you are suffering from constipation.
And then it prevents anemia, it's helpful in weight loss.
And it also helps in lowering blood cholesterol levels.
It improves your immune system.
And it's really good for your eyesight, so it's really good.
And it's one of the yummiest vegetables which I like to eat
so
anyways,
delicious.
because other than that, if you get bangin or whatnot, I don't like them. So bhindi, ladyfinger is one of my favorite vegetables.
It is, it's very tasty. Anyway, with that, log on to our Facebook fan page.
Which is with the name of Well This Morning.
Our Twitter page.
Well This Morning without G.
Our Daily Motion and YouTube page.
Well This Morning, Well This Morning.
And the repeat is at
11 p.m.
Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow.
All right. Good morning. It wasn't really a week.